Okay, in this short series of tutorials, we're going to draw using the Essential Graphics panel and using some basic shapes. So first off, if you don't have the Essential Graphics panel up, go to Window, Essential Graphics, click and place it wherever you want. Mine tends to go over here. Before we draw anything, we're going to create a sequence because it won't let you drop anything in there. So we're going to go into the Project panel. We're going to do right click. And remember, I'm on a PC, new item, sequence, and pretend these are all collapsed. We're going to go into the second folder, HD 1080p, and we're going to go to the HD 1080p 29.97 FPS frames per second. Click OK or Enter, and it will create your sequence. Okay, we're not going to use any audio on this, so in the timeline, click in the middle between video and audio and redistribute those tracks. And at the same time, once you do that, let's add some tracks. Let's right click on the one of the track headers, right click, and let's do add tracks. Let's add two video tracks. Put 0 for audio because we're not adding any audio. We don't need that. And click OK. So now you should have 5 tracks. If you need to resize them accordingly, do what you need to do. Okay. So there's that. Let's call this main sequence. Okay, boom, do a save, and now let's go ahead and start drawing. So we're going to go into the Essential Graphics panel, edit, new layer, click on that, and we're going to go to rectangle. Okay, click on that, gives you a rectangle. Just shape it accordingly. What we're drawing here is a house, so just to give you a heads up. So let's see, we'll do a simple house. That's approximately the main part of the house here, let's call it, right? Okay, all right, so and while you've named it here, while you have it here, shape 1, click it and call it house. Okay, click on that, and also have that selected, right? And then you'll notice down here in your timeline, it's very squished, but it's very magnified. Magnify that so you can see that, right? It's going to give you 5 seconds. The trick to this is because we're going to add a roof, a chimney, and a door, and like a doorknob. So while instead of having those being all different layers, you want to make sure this layer down here is selected. Keep that layer selected. Just keep your playhead over it, right? And then go back up, and you can release this other layer here, right? But even though that is still selected in your timeline, that's very important. Now let's go and draw a roof. New layer, okay, and let's go to polygon, okay. Now it's all right now. It's just drawing everything gray, and if you have a hard time grabbing it and moving it, remember you can come down here to all of your position adjustments. There you go. You have a little roof, and then resize it, make it so you've got like a little roof. There you go. And you can adjust it there. You want to make it look like it's connected to the house. Go over to the left, and boom, click away. Right, and that shape 2, name that roof. Now you'll notice down in your timeline, it's still showing up as one layer, which is what we want right now. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw a chimney. Okay, so we'll go to new layer. Let's do another rectangle, right? It's always going to put it in the middle. So I'm going to put it over here on the right. I'm going to scale it down, make it a little skinnier. I can rotate it right here. Maybe make it a little shorter and then bring it up. It's hard for me to grab it because it's kind of small. And if you want, right now, since we're just drawing, you can resize this, make your program panel a little bigger. And let's see, now I can grab it, right? And no, I just grabbed the anchor point without actually grabbing the image. There it is, right? I'm going to make it a little shorter, and I want it, sticking out. Okay, never mind that. It's giving me a hard time. So I'm going to use my position adjustments here. Okay, and maybe make this a little shorter. Move it over to the right. There you go. So it's sticking up, and then I click away, and I can see I've got the basic house, roof, and the chimney. Now, let's name that shape 3 chimney. Okay. I think I spelled that wrong. I think is there an E in there? Let's just call it chimney. My bad. Whatever. We know what it is. Okay. I think there is an E in there, but I'm not worried. So I'm going to Control S, save. Now let's go ahead and color this, right? We can select all those layers and come down here to fill. I don't know. I'm going to make it a red house. There you go. Like the old blues song. Very famous blues song. Um, and so now I've colored it. Let me click away. All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and put an outline on it. I'm going to hold down Shift, select all those layers, give it a little bit of an edge, made it a little white. Okay, now you notice when I click release those layers, you can see that the chimney is kind of sitting on the front of the house. Now, that's not necessarily wrong, I suppose. I'm not a builder. Let me make that 90 degrees so it's straight. There you go. But I would rather have that sticking out from behind the roof, right? So these are layers, right? And because the chimney is on top of those other layers, then it shows in the foreground. So what you want to do here is grab it and actually pull it at least behind the roof. And now when you release, it looks like it's coming out from behind the roof. I don't mind the roof showing that separation. I think that kind of works. So there we go. There's my basic house. Those 3 layers. Okay, now save that. Maintaining that layer selected in the timeline. Let's go back and now let's add a door. So again, new layer. We're mostly using rectangle, pretty simple. Now that's going to default to the same color. So I'm going to just pull it away for a minute, kind of resize that and rotate it as best I can. And I can come down here and click and just type in 90. So it's a straight, a straight door. Let me make it a little wider. And look, I'm going to name it up here, door. Okay, and I'm going to only select door, and I'm going to recolor that. Let's make it, I don't know, let's make it like yellow. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Right, why not? Okay, so I got my yellow door. I've got a stroke on it. Maybe increase that stroke. And I'm going to move it back over. And that's a little big, so I'm going to make the door a little smaller. Let's bring it down. And maybe even a little skinnier. There we go. Right, just kind of, there you go. And I'm going to adjust it here with my position adjustments and make it looks like it's just coming right off the bottom there. Let's see how that looks. That works for me. All right, I got my door. It's all still one layer. And then let's go ahead and do a quick doorknob. Okay, click on here. Let's do ellipse, which is going to give you a circle. Oh, an ellipse, and of course it's going to default to the most previous color you use. So I'm going to scale that down, so make it a little smaller, and I'm going to go ahead and just color that blue. Okay, boom, there it is with a little highlight. So it's probably hard for me to grab that, so I'm just going to use my position adjustments here, right, and put that in place. Maybe lower the stroke on that. Maybe even make that stroke black just so it looks a little different. There we go. And I'm just going to position it wherever I feel that it should work. And maybe a little bit over. And this is shape 5 right now. You can do knob, like doorknob or whatever. So you know you're on that layer. I'm going to move it over a little bit. And yeah, that works for me. All right, so we got a house. We could do windows and stuff, but we'll just keep it at that. So right now, all these, we've got 5 layers pretty much encompassed under here as one layer. Now, a couple ways to best manage this. Control S again, right? You can also right-click in this area. No, wrong place. Select all of these layers. And you right click and you can create a group. Okay, so let me do that again. I clicked and hit shift and selected all those layers, and you can see that highlights all those layers. I'm going to right click and create group, right? So it's already grouped in group 1. If you collapse that, it's all in there, and then you can rename that group, house, right? Or full house. There you go. Call it full house because it's got all the layers or whatever. We'll just call it house for now. Okay. So save that. And so now what I would do now is with this graphic down here in your timeline, which still represents all of that, I would go up, still selected, go to graphics and titles and do upgrade to source graphic. That way it drops it in your project panel, click here and call it house. Okay, so now you know that's the house. And if you want to double check that, just drag it into your source from here and there it is, right? There's your house, okay? Looks a little smaller because maybe slight different you're in the panel. It's fine. It's all good. You can always resize all this. So now if you were to click on the group, right, you can see that it highlights everything. If you wanted to move the house, you could put it wherever you want. You could make it bigger, right? I'm actually going to push it down a little bit lower in the screen there. And there you go. Okay, so we've drawn a house. I'm going to stop here for the first part, and I'm going to continue with the second part where we're going to add more backgrounds and such. And so this is the end of part one, coming up into part two.